We're going to have a look at this mini case study about the Robintown post office, and you can see that this is the case study that you've been given. Very simple case study, and the first step in this case study is to identify the actors and the use cases to go with those actors. So let's start by identifying the actors. Now, we can do this a couple of different ways. The first one, that's a really obvious one, is that we'll always have customers. So we can put in customer is a role that is going to interact with this system. We may have some sort of automated system that customers can interact with. For example, they may be able to register for a new post office box online, or they may be able to make a payment online, or they may be able to come in and actually get stamps or something like that out of an automated machine. So customer is one of our actors. Another actor might be postal staff. Now, that's the people that are going to serve the customers when they do come in, but also do things like maintain the inventory and manage the post office boxes and process the mail and do those sort of jobs that you need to do within a post office. And we could actually use the next role as part of our postal staff. So you can see that there's not just one good answer for each of these. I'm going to put it as a separate role. So a delivery person is also another actor. And the delivery person is somebody that might not actually be in the post office but may deliver the mail. So they may come in and sign off on some mail that they're going to deliver and then actually deliver it. And then finally, we may have a manager, and the manager is mostly going to be interested in looking at the reports for the business to see how it's doing and making some sort of strategic decisions for the business. So let's look at the use cases that might be associated with these. So let's have a look at the customer. Now, the customer, what do they do when they go into a post office? Well, the first thing is that they may request stamps. That's a fairly straightforward one. So we can put down requests stamps or request stamps. Okay, so this is verb and noun. That's how use cases are created. Okay, so request stamps. What else could they do? Well, they make a payment when they buy stamps or do something else where they need to pay. They might rent a post office box, and they might send some mail. Okay, so they might actually have something come in and actually send it. Okay, so we'll just leave that there. That's probably enough use cases for this simple system that we're going to look at. Remembering this is just an example system. The postal staff are going to do what? Well, one of the things that they're going to do is when somebody requests stamps, they're going to maintain the inventory of stamps. So in other words, they're going to make sure that it's actually registered in there that it's, you know, that we've got that many less of that particular value of stamp, and we're going to dispense the stamps. And we're going to manage the post office boxes. So make sure which ones are actually available and be able to point the customer to the right sort of size box. We might need to process the mail, and we might need to register the mail. So if there is a registered letter, it may need to be actually registered. The other thing is that we can decide whether we're just doing the mail delivery and mail processing part of this this post office system, or whether we're going to handle the fact that we've got actual employees here. And if we do decide that this new system that we're working out the use cases for is going to cover also the payment for our staff, then another thing that we can do is receives wages. Okay, so that's receive wage. Probably be enough. Postal staff receive wage. Okay, and then delivery person, deliver the mail, and they also receive the wage. And our manager, if they're not the owner, well, even if they are the owner, they could pay themselves a wage. They receive a wage, but they also are going to be mostly concerned about the reporting of how well the post office is going. So probably something like access reports would be a good use case for those for that particular role. And as you can see, it's not taken us very long, just a few minutes, but we've been able to identify quite a few of these different use cases that might be involved in this system. Our next step after this, the next screencast, is converting these use cases into an actual use case diagram.